But there are a lot of like learning disadvantages we didn't know about back then. Whether you were deaf, ADHD, dyslexia, all this good stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it. They just want to label you
Well, that's what it is nowadays, and I think they label too quick,
too much.
too fast. They're not giving a kid. I believe whether you're autism, whether you have ADHD, whatever your disability is, or challenges. I hate that word disability. I'm sorry.
What is the proper word?
There is no proper word. I like to say challenges. I like to think that we're all gifted, okay? And we all have something to contribute. So don't judge me because I don't think like the rest of the class. Don't stop me because I don't work in that way. Maybe I'm really focused on art more so than working on words.
Focused on what?
Art.
Art. Okay.
Art. You know, like painting and drawing.
I got the hearing problem now.
I will sign the rest of the interview, thank you. But we don't let kids be kids.
No, we don't.
If you think about it, you come into this world from the time you're a little baby, and what's the one thing about babies? It does something to your heart. It's just, you're so cute. And what do? You do everything you can to get a response from that infant. You know, you make them smile, whatever it is. So if you think about it, you come in the world for the first year and a half, 2 years of your life, you are totally in control of your needs. You will cry when you want to change, you will cry when you're hungry, you will cry for attention and affection. You know what your needs are, because you cry. But then as you get to be about 2 or 3 years old, now the words start coming into your life. No, stop, don't do, no, that's not good for you. Now you start getting all these negative words in your life, okay? And now they start telling, well, you're going to love the Cleveland Browns. You're going to want this. You're going to be a dancer. You're going to be, instead of just telling them who they're going to be, and you get so caught up, now what are you doing now? All you want is the attention, the acceptance from your families, your loved ones, your peers. Then you start being a teenager. Now your hormones are all over the place. You lose yourself. For the first year and a half, I believe in my heart that babies have first-line communication to the other side. You know, that they have that. And then as they get to be more in this world, we drag them into this world. But I'd like to see more people respect children, to trust and see where they want to, what enjoyment they have. Sure, introduce them to everything.
Of course.
But let them pick what they want.
Which kind of wine, which kind of...
Yeah.
No, you know, I still cry. I still pout, you know, like a child.
Yeah.
And I'm always told no. I think that today's world, parents are like that. They want to try to have their kids live the life that they couldn't live. So they force certain things on them.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean... I believe that a baby comes into this world with who they are.
Yeah.
And then we cloud it up.
Yep.
And then they go through life struggling until they can find themselves again. Basically get back to square one. Yeah. What do I like? Oh, I love pasta. Why? Because you're Italian? No, because my mother told me so. You know, it's just...
It's so true.
It's just, and so it's funny because then people don't know how to communicate.
They still don't know how to communicate without an iPhone today. They used to know how to communicate.
No, and I talk. I spent my whole life learning how to communicate. Now everybody texts, emails, everything, and I'm like, hello! This is what a phone's for. Hello! Quit taking pictures. Just say hello to me.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Listen, what was the first sound you heard, and what did it do for you?
When I really heard the sound for what it really was, the birds.
Birds.
The birds. Actually, the first sound was traffic, because I walked out of the doctor's office. I was 34 when I finally understood that I was not retarded.
How old?
34.
Wow.
34 years old before I finally started having an understanding of how society had limited me because of their ignorance.
Wow.
because when I got the hearing device, I told him I wasn't going to wear them. I wanted nothing to do with them.
That was at 34 as well?
34.
Was the hearing device. And
Yeah.
you heard your first was traffic, a bird.
I
But
walked
you also
outside.
talked about hearing yourself pass gas for the first time.
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me. Literally.
You didn't know who was behind you.
I'm serious. The first time I heard myself pee, scared me.
Wow.
A lot of sounds scared me. Other sounds intrigued me. But that was the thing. I had to train my brain how to recognize sound like this is knocking. I had to train myself because I didn't know what. I still don't know. I'm not good. Like, if we're sitting here and somebody knocks on the door over here, I think it's coming from out there. So I don't know where the sound's coming from. So I'm like the exorcist, you know. I'm just always, hey, hey.
As long as you're not throwing up, we're fine.
Love pea soup.
Yeah, right. That's weird. You also told the story when you were standing next to a guy. You gotta share this one.
No, I
when you
can't
passed
do
gas.
that
Come
on
on.
the podcast.
That was so. Yes, we can. This is my podcast. We can do whatever we want on it. Come on, that was so classic. Because listen, you're hearing this for the first time, and you want people to enjoy that sound with you. You didn't do it to
Nobody
be funny.
enjoys people farting.
Yeah, but you know what? To you, it was like a miracle
Well,
that it makes noise.
but no, see, I was in the kitchen doing the dishes. And I was doing the dishes and I heard this little and I was dropped everything to listen. I looked around and I thought, do cockroaches make noise? And then I went to the bedroom and then all you can hear is this, you're following me into the bedroom and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. So I called my friend Jackie and I said, Jackie, do cockroaches make noise? She goes, if you step on them, they crunch. He says, nah, I don't think I stepped on that many. And then later that night, we went to a party. Don't ever eat beans before you go to a party. That's all I gotta say. I've eaten beans my whole life and I never knew it was a nuisance until then. So I was standing next to this guy and I heard it again. And I was like, see, first I'm in my apartment alone, so nobody can help me here. But now I hear it and there's people around. And this guy is standing there and I hit him and I go, hey, did you hear that sound? And the guy looks at me and he goes, excuse me? I thought, oh, maybe he's deaf. Now leave it to me to sign to a deaf person asking if they heard something. The man walked away from me.
Yeah, you got beans.
My girlfriend Jackie explained to him about my hearing device. So he came back to me and he said, I passed gas. And I looked at Jackie and I said, you what? He goes, you farted. Now in the deaf world, we've never heard farts or pass gas. We've always...
It's not in the verbiage.
No, it's not in the verbiage. So this is the butthole, this is your underwear, and when you fart, it flies. So that's farting in sign language.
It's oh my God, I'm doing it now.
Of all the things I can teach you people, this is what we came up with.
Well, that's the first thing you taught me in sign language is some bad words.
I
I was so impressed that I knew that.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
did.
are you?
How are you?
And you were like the bullshit sign right away.
Yeah.
I was like, and that was this. I was like, oh my goodness, it's like speaking a foreign language because the first things you do learn is bad words.
Yeah, well, see the good...
It's easier to learn because it has no meaning to you.
No, it doesn't, because it has no picture to it.
Right. I want to see a picture.
Boy, the pictures you're hanging around with.